know, if other people get involved and promote what the sheriff's doing and others are doing, we can defeat this. But stuff is moving so fast. I mean, I'm not going to a FEMA camp. Nobody's forcibly inoculating me. And people said, oh, that'll never happen. Well, now Hillary's talking about fun camps. They're talking about forced inoculation. What is your line in the sand? We're going to talk about that with the sheriff here in a moment. But final caller for this hour, Frank in North Carolina. Thanks for holding. You're on the air. Welcome. Ex-Marine. Go ahead.
Yeah, Alex, I just wanted to make a point. I don't know. I think it comes across as a little disingenuous when we act surprised that they see veterans, returning veterans as the number one threat. I think they're exactly right. But it says a lot more about them than it does us. These are not Americans. These are not loyal Americans. These people who have usurped, hijacked our government, they have no loyalty to this country or to the American people.
Good point.
You just said it. It's hiding in plain view. Only a foreign enemy would hate our veterans. Only a foreign enemy would hate the Tea Party, who are the most Americana people out there. Because this is a takeover, and we're the only Americans left, and we're being demonized.
The bottom line is this. I'm like you, pretty much. I'm not looking for trouble. But I think in your mind you have to have already made a decision that if the line is crossed, whether it be a forced inoculation or whatever, you have to be ready to fight and die at the drop of a hat. And I'm ready to do that. I have no problem with dying in the heat of battle for a good cause. I would rather make my opponent die, and I would rather live, but I have no problem with dying.
Well, I have to say, I don't either. I have total peace when it comes to it. I just want to do everything I can before that happens. And I think there's a blind spot because we've never had so many chicken hawks in government as we've had now, that they have a blind spot. There's a reason old-timers that were mainly former generals and who'd been enlisted or been low-level officers in World War I or World War II or whatever, didn't want to have nuclear wars, didn't like big wars, because they realized how dangerous it is. We've got all these weird feminists now running the military and the State Department who want to start wars with Russia and are recorded, just saying, kill more Russians or whatever. They have a disconnect, and I don't think they realize it's not just going to be good men dying fighting the Patriots when all this kicks off. People are going to be coming after them. And I just hope all these tough bureaucrats understand that when all hell breaks loose, I mean, that fighting men, and I've never been in the military, but I grew up in a lot of rough stuff in Dallas, and I know once somebody knocks me upside the head, I don't care if they're twice my size. I'm going to climb them and beat the hell out of them. I'm not scared once I'm in a fight. Quite frankly, I enjoy it. And so people understand that once this whole thing kicks off, it's going to be hellish. And, the globalists think they're going to attack us and not get struck back at. It's just going to be absolutely out of control, and George Soros is trying to kick it off. We've had internal memos come out where they plan to blame the Patriots for false flags. This is a great time to ask Sheriff Mack, what is your line in the sand? I think they can see that politically we're gaining ground and they're going to beat them down the road. They see our trajectory. They want to start. I mean, why would Soros give $33 million to riot on the police? Why are they trying to create racial division? Why are they demonizing the military? What do you think's going on?
Well, there's no question that Barack Obama has had it as one of his main goals is to create more black-white division in this country, black-white hate. He's done nothing to bring this country together. But this is it. Imagine now that all of this is happening and sheriffs stand with their citizens in civil disobedience, that the sheriff is there. Now, you've been part of civil disobedience before, and it's been some amazing process. Imagine now, every time you did that, the sheriff is standing next to you. My personal line in the sand, I'm already getting death threats for, and that is, I will not take Obamacare. And I had that heart attack, and I didn't have insurance, and now people are literally donating to the fund to help me with my medical bills and threatening to kill me at the same time. That's how that's how some of the liberal people work in this country. I've also had some very touching liberal messages that have been really amazing. But both my wife and I have been very poor health lately, and I'm feeling a lot better. She's not doing as well as I am now. But this is the thing. I am not going to take Obamacare. It's a globalist, New World Order, forced inoculation, forced abortion plan.
Death panels?
Do with it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not going to have anything to do with it. I'm not going to take it, even if it were to help me financially, personally. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to pay any fine to the IRS. I'm not going to jail. So that's it. And my other line in the sand is no more IRS crimes. That's it. And we have got to have that line drawn with all the other sheriffs and peace officers in this country who draw the line with us in saying, you're not taking any more bank accounts. You're not going to conduct any more random audits. And this is what we're going to have.
Because this is a criminal political group that's been caught, admittedly targeting patriots to destroy us.
Yeah, they've been caught a lot, and they have a rap sheet a mile long.
It's more like 1,000 million light years long. I mean, it's even the New York Times. They just target innocent old women. They've done nothing, and all their money's been paid and taxed, and they still just take everything they got. I mean, they're villains, people. We'll be back. Stay with us. Sheriff Richard Max, our guest.
This hour brought to you by InfidelBodyArmor.com. When it hits the fan, don't be left without the body armor that will save your life. With prices starting at just $374.99 and ships free. Get yours at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Just won't quit.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
InfoWars Life and InfoWarsLife.com is extremely excited to announce our latest release, Winter Sun, a revolutionary type of vitamin D3. Winter Sun is a premium quality vitamin D3 nutritional supplement. It is produced by extracting oil from healthy, nutrient-dense plants known as lichens. Every batch is analyzed for purity and D3 content. It's completely free of toxins and allergens. Simply put, if you want the best at an extremely low price, this is it. Winter Sun is the result of our pursuit of the best source of vitamin D3. The research and development took over 2 years, but the result, as verified by independent laboratories, is the best vegan vitamin D3 product in the world. Read the facts at InfoWarsLife.com about Winter Sun Vitamin D3. Not only does vitamin D3 promote a healthy mood, but vitamin D supports our memory and brain function, something the globalists are targeting. Visit InfoWars.com today or call 888-253-3139.
Hey, sorry I'm running late. I had to stop and get my vitamins for the month.
I got mine in the mail yesterday from DiscountNutritionShop.com, so I'm here, totally on time.
DiscountNutritionShop.com?
Yep, they're a lifesaver in more ways than one. They have all the nutritional supplements you need, the major brands you know, plus you can save up to 10%. Write down this number, 888-908-4548.
Huh?
888-908-4548, or just go to DiscountNutritionShop.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of a house being trashed while a gang of thieves ransack the place. And what they don't steal will be destroyed.
You can prevent being the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone inside is watching TV, even when you're miles away. Security is a mindset, and Fake TV should be part of your security solution. Be vigilant, but not fearful. faketv.com.
Don't forget, they've got the Border Patrol out calling park rangers on teenagers caught kissing in the back of a car or college students drinking Coors Light. That's in the news. But shock video, car explodes. The guy was a citizen. After Border Patrol agents taser the driver. They're in plain clothes. They taser. There's gasoline in the car. It blows up. They don't try to put it out. That video's on Infowars.com. Viewer discretion is advised. TSA allows convicted bomber through expedited screening. I mean, how many convicted bombers are there? Maybe a couple hundred in the whole country, and you can't keep them from flying, or you can't even search them. You can search me. It's just ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. We've got Sheriff Richard Mack here with us today, who just survived a massive heart attack 3 weeks ago. We appreciate him joining us. If he can stay with us, I don't know, have we asked him if he can stay with us yet, guys?
We have not. I'll ask him now.
Yeah, well, I can just ask him on air. Let's bring him up. If you got to go, I understand. You want to stay another 20 minutes the next hour?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. And then perhaps towards the end of that interview, we can take a few calls. The phone banks are open now. If you have a specific question for Sheriff Richard Mack, it's 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. Let's get into the IRS and these other tyrannies. I mean, it's now naked, open tyranny. It seems like the bottom has fallen out, Sheriff. Historically, you know criminology better than I. If you let criminal activity run to a certain point, there's no limit. And it seems like the corruption is going to seed right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. And there is a culture of criminal behavior within the IRS, and people just accept it. And even the American people are. What really is disconcerting is that Congress has. And the presidents, it's well documented that presidents since FDR have used the IRS as political hitman against their enemies. And yet this is also accepted. And the FBI has been used for that in some instances. And the IRS has actually used the FBI as complicits in some of their tyranny. But this is all well documented, and Republicans shake their fingers at the IRS and say, oh, we're going to defund you or whatever. They don't do anything about it. And so it is absolutely the responsibility of the sheriff to do something about this. In fact, the book asks the question. And Alex, I need to get these to you. I can get you 4 or 5 cases real easy, but this is the best book in America. Are You a David? And you can see Goliath in the background. In defining who Goliath is, and that female sheriff on the front is one of our good constitutional sheriffs from Texas, not too far from you, Edwards County. This is Sheriff Pamela Elliott, who is on our board, and she's a tough former Marine, and she agreed to be on the front cover to represent the true constitutional sheriff in this country who can help us avoid the violence that Washington, D.C. and the Obama administration are trying to perpetrate in America today. Imagine now that we had literally 1,000 sheriffs putting the federal government on notice, especially the IRS, and letting them know, we will not allow any more of your crimes to occur in our counties. And if you do, we will take action against you.
Somebody's got to put the brakes on someday. I mean, even the New York Times says something's got to be done, and they love it. So people are now going to get front row seats. All these totalitarians that think big government's their mommy, they're going to find out, no, it's not. It is solid tyranny.
And Alex, again, I want to encourage all your listeners, go to our website and become a member or make a monthly donation so that we have the funding to take this message to every sheriff in the country. And you're right, when you said I work 18 hours a day, it is. On Sunday, I only do about 10. But it's every day. My wife and I have dedicated our lives to this, and we're asking.
Well, you're having a big effect. That's why I've been supporting you since. When did you start the organization? 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
You were right. It was 5 years ago.
And I mean, now it's all over the news. It's being attacked. It's having an effect. I mean, just all that evil needs to triumph is that good men do nothing. We'll be back.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
But the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime Directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.